If you haven't filed your tax returns, it is crunch time. The deadline to file is this Monday, but if you've procrastinated, don't worry. We've got some tax experts here to help us with those last-minute tips. This morning, we have Shay Romine from Romine CPA and Associates. Shay, thanks so much for being with us this morning.
Good morning.
We need help. We've got less than 2 days at this point. Tell me about some of the most common mistakes that people make when they're in a hurry and they're trying to get all this together at the last minute.
Many people rush through it at the end, and one of the most common ones is you don't sign your return. And if you don't sign it, they send it back to you and it's not filed. So that I always tell people the number one before you send it, if you're not electronically filing, make sure you sign your return.
Because you get penalized.
Absolutely.
Because it appears as if you haven't filed.
Absolutely. It does not count as being filed if you did not sign. So
the sequester caused a lot of problems in filing taxes for a lot of people this year. Is it causing any issues as we hit the deadline?
It definitely is. It shortened our season, so it put a lot of pressure on us, and a lot more people are here. We're doing a lot more returns this weekend than we usually do because of it, but we'll get through it.
Let's talk about the people that have put off filing because they owe money and they maybe necessarily can't pay it. So should they go ahead and file? What should people do that maybe owe a couple thousand and just don't have it in the bank?
Absolutely. The best thing to do is make sure you file your return on time, because there is a non-filing penalty. So even if you can't pay, file your return, pay anything that you can, and then get on a payment plan with the IRS. There will be interest, but you'll eliminate a lot of the penalties. So don't not file just because you can't pay.
And they are willing to work with you.
Absolutely. Very willing.
Let's talk about e-file. For people that have never done that before, is that something that you can access online? Do you have to buy software? How does that work?
The electronic filing, you have to use either a software, a preparer, or something of that sort. There are some free services you can go to the IRS website and find out, but electronic filing is just safe, it's easy, it eliminates a lot of the common mistakes.
For people that are going to opt to file an extension, where do they begin?
The form number is the 4868. It's a very simple form to fill out.
That's good.
Yes, it's very simple. It gives you an automatic 6-month extension. So just has to be postmarked by Monday. You can get it off the IRS website, or you can contact someone and they can help you.
For people that need help, I know you're telling me you're working 20-hour days
at this
point. Let's talk about that. When people come into you that have waited until the last minute, why do they say that they have? We know that it's going to be April 15th every year.
Everybody hates it, and that's the main reason, is nobody wants to start on it, and it's so important to get started now for next year, creating that folder and that type of thing. It takes a lot of the stress off of the end of year.
For people that say, I'm never going to put it off until the last minute again, next year I'm going to be on top of it, you know, why is it so critical to getting a little bit of help?
Using someone and being proactive, the tax code is immense, and it's so difficult to know what you're eligible for, what you're not. And so sitting down and meeting with someone, especially in November and December, is so important, because now there's not much you can do. There's very few things. So it's really important to sit down and be proactive, get everything organized so you can get started a lot earlier than now.
Right, and you could already have your refund in the bank if you would have just thought ahead.
Absolutely. If you're getting a refund, is the worst thing to do is to wait this long.
Absolutely. Want to get that money in the bank.
Correct.
All right. Shay Romine, thanks so much for being with us.
Absolutely. My pleasure. Thank you.